was about to say, Stream Elements should have said something by now. We're at the 25 seconds. Okay. YouTube looks good. Twitch looks good. You can read both chats. Let the opening ads run. Give me a minute or two, everybody. Just doing some setup on the side while the ad break at the start runs through. I don't know why there's a continue button. It's not clickable. Okay, that makes sense. It's just there. Part of the game's UI. Speaking of UI, whoever designed this logo or this home menu, instead of setting quit at the bottom and then building buttons up from there, they should have had continue at the top and build down and not cut off the title card. Can't even read the name of the game. Okay. Ads are done. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the 9th day of Christmas. We're up to 9 ladies dancing. And I said to myself, what is a good game for 9 ladies dancing? And the answer was Idols. It's ladies dancing. Ooh, group name? The T-Cats. There we go. Pulling out all the stops of names, nicknames. The only option is... yeah, okay. My rival? Sure. My rival can be female, and I'll leave the tutorial enabled because I have never played this game before. No fail state. Money is not an issue. Not recommended for first players. Yep. Try this if you're up for a new challenge. Not recommended for first players. Challenging experience. May take you some time to figure out a strategy that works for you. Recommended for a first playthrough. Well, yeah. I try to play normal mode for a first playthrough when I can. Am I here to meet with Fujimoto? Sorry to break it to you, but he's not here right now. I've had an appointment scheduled for now. Well, you might be waiting a while. Fujimoto has a habit of keeping people waiting. Why are the lights turned off? Where is Fujimoto? Do I look like I know? I can't see if you look like you know. I can't see you. Like, I can make out your silhouette, kind of. You're wearing a tie. You've got classic anime character head. Are you wearing a cape? You look like you're wearing a cape. I don't even work here. I mean, it's not like anyone works here, right? Not at the moment, at least. If you want to meet anyone who works for Fujimoto, well, you showed up a week too late. Is that why the lights are off? They went out of business and stopped paying the electric bill, and now the building's just... What happened a week ago? This building might look like a ghost town now. It used to be home to some very lucrative businesses. Kind of businesses that turn a very large profit, but did most of their business in cash, if you catch my drift. Fujimoto runs the kind of businesses that favor profits over morals. Kicking it old school with the world's oldest profession. Of course, the local law enforcement were usually willing to turn a blind eye as long as they got a cut of the action, but ever since our city was chosen to host the upcoming Summer Games, the higher-ups have started cracking down on that sort of thing. Guess Fujimoto decided to clean up his act before the police had to get involved, which would explain why this building is now empty. Some of the neighborhood's finest massage therapists are now finding themselves out of a job. Massage therapists? Excuse me? I guess their loss is your gain, right? That's what you're meeting Fujimoto about? As best as I can gather, Fujimoto's goal is to clean up his act. Let me give you a piece of advice. People don't change their ways so easily, you dig? If you want to run things squeaky clean, you'll be running against the grain. Who are you? Are you like the police here investigating Fujimoto? Concerned citizen giving out free advice. Is that enough gossip? I'm just trying to impress upon you that Fujimoto is probably desperate to fill this space with some kind of business. Whoever fills it could probably get away with running it at a loss for the foreseeable future. One of the benefits of not caring where your money comes from means you can accumulate a lot of it, and Fujimoto spent a lot of time not caring where his money came from. Already said too much. Enjoy your meeting with Fujimoto. You never turned on the lights. Goodbye, mysterious character. Chapter 1. Oh, you did pay the power bill. Ah, you're Ninja Davi, right? Sorry to have kept you waiting. Good to finally meet you in person. Let's admit, I'm a bit surprised to see you're so young, but entertainment does seem to be a young person's game, especially when it comes to managing talents. Anyway, your age is less important to me than your experience, which was enough to impress me. It's not that impressive. Oh ho ho, how modest you are. And somehow, with the qualifications you have, that modesty doesn't ring false. I wouldn't expect someone with your experience to brag. Most people wouldn't brag about working at a convenience store, but to become a part-time manager at such a young age is certainly unusual, especially given that I happen to know that convenience store. It's a pretty rough and tumble part of town. You're someone who knows how to get things done, aren't you? Managing an idol agency isn't exactly the same thing as running a convenience store, but you have to deal with a lot of the same problems. Young employees who are trying to balance school and work, running on a tight budget, keeping customers happy. If you know the business fundamentals, I think you'll do well here. And if you don't yet know everything you need to, I know nothing. I hope you'll learn fast. Me too. So anyway, I have the paperwork here. If you're ready to sign, the terms are, well, let's just say that they're the best terms I was able to get on such short notice. Anyway, I don't want you to think of me as your boss. You're the boss. I'm just a sponsor. An investor, if you will. This is your enterprise. I'm just buying myself a piece of the action. When it comes to starting capital, I'm afraid I can't offer much in the way of cash. My investments haven't left me very liquid, and I'm taking a loss on a significant portion of my portfolio, you see. Part of the reason this building happens to be vacant. But I can offer you use of the bottom floor rent-free. Pretty lucky for my loss to turn into your gain, isn't it? This kind of generosity isn't typical for me, so don't get used to it. What do you get out of this? I already said it, didn't I? Just want a piece of the action. You do all the hard work, and if you turn out to be a success, I get some of the prestige by association. And if it fails, well, it won't be the first business venture I've seen fail. Plus, the truth is, I need someone to fill this property. If you let a space go unused for too long, it can start to look run down. That can affect the value of the surrounding property. It's not good to have a building that never has anyone leaving or entering. If you start expanding and taking up more space, you're going to have to pay rent for the space you move into. It's a bit early to worry about that, though. For the time being, I assume you'll be focused on getting some starting talent, training them up, and doing basic promotion. More importantly, getting yourself a fan base. You gotta build up fans. It's very important. I don't know everything about the entertainment industry, but the one thing I do know, is that you're nothing without your fans. You hear that, chat? Nothing without my fans. Thank you all for being here. An idol group lives or dies based on the size of the following it gets. Of course, I'm not saying you shouldn't pay attention to your bank account. If you're not increasing the size of your following, you're probably doing something wrong. Plus, there's me to think about. One of the reasons I wanted to sponsor an idol group is so that one day I can turn on a TV or pick up a newspaper and see people talking about something I helped create. So go out there and make me proud. So, are we ready to formalize the agreement, or is there anything I forgot to cover? There was a woman here earlier that told me things. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Probably some local gossip monger. You might hear rumors about me. Some are true, most aren't. I used to own several businesses in this neighborhood, but I live on the other side of town. I'm not always the most involved person. That seems to have lent me a certain mystique to the people who know who I am, but aren't used to seeing my face around here. I hope you don't expect to be working too closely with me. Like I said, you're the boss. I'm just offering you the resources. I'll drop by every now and then, but I try to stay out of people's hair. Plus, I've got other ventures competing for my attention. But if you're putting on a big show, let me know and I'll try to stop by. Hey, getting VIP tickets to every event is supposed to be one of the perks of backing this whole venture, right? Hey, running an idol group can be complicated. It's challenging, even for those who have experience. A comprehensive guide would be useful, yeah? I have no idea what I'm doing. I appreciate the honesty. That's why I'd like to give you this binder. It was put together by one of my former associates, and it lays out the SOP for a lot of things. Is that standard operation practices? You'll need to do when running an idol group. Sounds useful. Documents like the one you'll find in this binder are the lifeblood of any organization. They're a way to formalize the concepts so that the organization is never reliant on a single person. Since all their knowledge is stored in a form that allows anyone to pick up and take over their role. Does that mean I'm replaceable? I'm not the first person who had to do this. I've sponsored lots of businesses before, Mr. Ninja. I'll leave the binder in your capable hands. It consists of a series of lessons on various topics. Anyway, I think it's about time I get out of your hair. Let you actually start doing your job. Any questions before I turn you loose? Who put together the lessons in this binder? Put together by a former associate of mine, capable person who I have an incredible amount of respect for, which is why I'm glad to leave you in their capable hands when it comes to the nitty-gritty of running an idol group. Upgrade promotion and performance to 1. That's my story task. Okay. Click an unused part of the building, build a room there. To start, let's create your office. After all, you need a place to work. My office. Auditions for idols. Drag or drop an idol into this room to change her name and salary. Singles, lyrics. Media concept. Special events production. Costs 500,000 yen. The rent for this floor is free, though, so that's nice. It's interesting. He said the base floor was free, but there's at least one floor below the base floor. Yeah, there's 3 floors above and 3 floors below that I can see. And this does not look like ground. This looks like a floor just straight up in the middle of the building. Open the staff tab. It's you! It me! Each staffer is represented by a card. On this menu, you're the first, so far the only staffer at the T-Cats. On this menu, you can click on a staffer to change their nickname or fire them. Of course, you can't fire yourself, but you can give yourself a nickname if you'd like. The UI indicates you're currently not assigned to any room. Can promote a staffer to a senior position when they reach maximum proficiency in both of their skills. Senior producer skills. Gain influence on idols 4 times faster. Socializing restores 5 physical stamina points. Socializing restores a number of mental stamina points equal to the level of friendship with the idol. Okay. The hand icon, drag yourself over to your office. I work here now. Nice, look at you, already hard at work. Here you can see the current time. No, current date. Green progress bar underneath indicates how close tomorrow is. Day goes by. The days go by fast, don't they? I mean, the bar's not moving yet. Oh, it's because it's paused. If you need to think or plan your next move, you can pause time with this button. Play button will resume. Fast forward button will cause time to move at an accelerated pace. Time will only pass when you're on this screen. Anytime you're experiencing a story event, time will pause automatically. Can't have an idol group without idols. It's time to hold some auditions. You can choose to hold local, regional, or nationwide auditions. Making a wider talent search with a regional or nationwide audition What about worldwide? Can I do a worldwide audition? Find the best idol talents in the... What about system-wide? Maybe there's some good idols over on Saturn or Mars. Galaxy-wide? Universal? No? I guess we'll settle for nationwide. Increase the chances of getting a highly talented idol, but it will also cost a lot more. There's a cooldown on higher tiers. Auditions are planned from your office. I still have 5.5 million yen as my starting capital after building my own office. Click your office, select audition panel. Yeah, let me just spend the 10 million yen I don't have on a nationwide audition. I could go for regional guaranteed silver, but I think I'm gonna hold off on the money spending right now during the tutorial. Let's hold a local or regional audition now. Let's go with the local audition. Grab up some local talent. We'll take a few days for the auditions to finish. Looks like the game is paused. Talent scouts won't progress if time isn't moving forward. There's the green bar. As you can see, your portrait has a progress bar that fills up as the audition gets closer to finishing. Remember, if you want time to progress faster, you can always press the fast forward button. Just make sure not to lose track of time. Got it. That looks like it's going to finish around the same time that we finished the day out. It's a brand new day. Talent scouting is finished. It's time to look at the audition candidates. Decide who to hire. Click the audition icon over your head. Show me what you got! Each audition finds 5 idols. Who they are is a mystery. Let's click one of them. Get started. Let's save Hatsune Miku for last. Each idol has 4 stats that are based on their appearance and 4 stats based on their talent. I mean, that's solid cute. What's the deal with the solid colors versus the partial colors? Prodigy training sessions are faster. Her weakest talent stat is actually smart is her weakest talent stat. I thought it was dance. Next to each stat, you'll see 2 numbers. The first number is... Can I move this? I can! Okay. Good to know. Let's move this down here for a second. Next to each stat, you'll see 2 numbers. The first number is current value. The second is their potential. Okay. So currently, your sexy points are rock bottom and with like little to no potential. But you got some great cool potential, and you can think of potential as a soft cap. Once an idol reaches their potential in a certain stat, it will be much harder to raise that stat through training. Your potential for cute was 21. So what you're saying is you brute forced to 90 cute. Huh. Be much harder to raise the stat through training. Okay, so it's soft caps, not hard caps, at least. Each idol has a unique trait. Some traits are beneficial, others can be more of a hindrance than a help. I'd say training sessions going faster is helpful. You're a fast learner. You can click here to hire this girl to be an idol in your group. Hold up, before we hire her, let's take a look at the other candidates. Try clicking on each other idol to see how they stack up. Okay, let's grab you. I mean, you got good, cool vocals and funny. But your potential is not great for anything else, and your smarts! 1 smarts! Oh! Indiscreet. Let me move this down here for a second. Indiscreet, can't keep a secret, prone to leak information in interviews of social media. Yeah, that's no good. I'm sorry, you're off the table. Okay. Hayasaka, you've got high cute as well. Your dance and funny are garbage, but at least you've got high potential for dance. You just need some coordination training. You've got potential, Hayasaka. I might have picked the best one out. Oh, also perfectionist, hang on. Takes a hit to mental stamina when an event they participate in goes poorly. Okay. I mean, fair, me too. Ota Yuka. You've got mediocre stats across the board, but decent potential on... Her sexy potential is 69. No. No, I'm sorry. Yo! A gold? Well, I'm... Oh, this is probably scripted, because the tutorial just changed. Wow! It looks like you were lucky enough to find a rare idol. That means she has pretty high starting stats, which will probably give her a head start. Won't report scandals or problems to the player. Great. She won't tell me things. That in and of itself makes me kind of want to go with number 58 here. Means she has pretty high starting stats, which will probably give her a head start over other idols. Number above each idol's portrait down here represents their overall rating. Really? Oh, higher number's better. Okay. Average of all their stats can help when comparing different idols. So they're saying that these two are close to equivalency, but 58, she definitely has way better, even though she's 1 point lower, she definitely has a way better ability. I made her the choice until this. Murakumo Natsuki. Now that we've had a chance to look at all of these idols, let's decide who to hire. You can hire as many or few idols as you'd like. Okay. I would like to hire more than one. Since you're just starting out and have no idols, let's hire at least 3 to start out. Okay. So, we're definitely hiring you. Matsumoto, you're also getting hired. The only stat you have really solidly in is cute, but I like that. And the prodigy is huge. Can't keep a secret. Hit to mental stamina. You've also got really high cute. Thick skin, immune to bullying and online harassment. Nice. That's actually useful, but your starting stats are not ideal. I think I'm going to take you and give you a lot of dance lessons. Hayasaka. Do I want to hire you as well, Ota? I think I'll just hire 3. Keep it at that. You've hired 3 idols. It looks like there are 2 of them left in this batch. You can either hire them as well or send them packing. I could just focus her down the 60 down the sexy route, have her be the sexy idol. The smart sexy idol. What a weird combination. Ota, I'll give you a chance. I'm sorry, Nonoyama. You've got really high vocal, funny, and cool, but that indiscreet. Can't overlook that. My hobbies? I'm not sure that's any concern of yours. Why would you need to know that? Oh, you were just making small talk? Well, I'd prefer not to talk about it, if you don't mind. Hi, I'm Matsumoto Hinako. Everyone says I'm a fast learner. I'll be sure to do my best. Like you already. Wow, you really chose to accept me? I'm surprised. I made a bunch of mistakes during the audition. I mean, I'm happy to be here. I just thought that... I mean, you were top 3 in my book.
Yes.
Hey, I hear this industry can be pretty rough and tumble. Don't worry about me. I'm like rubber. Whenever people insult me, bounces off, sticks to my shoe. Wait, is that the expression? I'm sure you got spirit, Oda. That's why we kept you in. But I'm not keeping the loose-lipped secret spiller. No matter what her starting stats were. Now that your group has idols, it's time to give them something to do. Let's go over to activities. Okay, activities. Every day your group can perform an activity. Performance will spend idle stamina. It will earn some money. Promotion. So this earns money. This earns fans at the cost of stamina. And this gets stamina back at the cost of money. Spend money to allow 3 idols to recover some stamina. That makes sense. Bottom of the screen you can see how many fans, money, and scandal points your group has. No scandals! None here. Nope. Okay, so we've got 0, 0, and 0. Male, female, hardcore and casual, teen, young adult, adult. Looks like right now your group doesn't have much of a following. Let's fix that by doing a promotion, gaining fans. Okay. I can level up promotion. We have to release a single to hit level 2 promotion. I can also level up the performance for 10k. No, it wasn't costing me 10k. It was increasing my revenue by 10k. Ooh, okay. But we get these to level 2 by releasing a single. And I haven't done anything with my idols yet, but I activated the next story cutscene, so I'm going to the next story cutscene. Mind if I step in for a moment? Sure, what is it? Oh, well, you've been hard at work running the agency. I've been hard at work shaking hands with the right people. If you shake enough hands, you start to learn about opportunities. I think I found one that may be of interest to you. See, I have a friend who works as a TV producer. They're always looking to fill programming slots. Things like quiz shows, that sort of thing. I managed to plant the idea in her head that it would be a good idea to have a quiz show where the producers for different idol groups compete against each other, folks such as yourself. What's the catch? Always looking for the caveat. That skeptical instinct will serve you well, but it's nothing too serious. They just want to make sure that people they're featuring have a certain amount of clout. To put in concrete terms, you need to have enough talent on board to justify calling it an idol group. 3 idols is a group, 2 idols is company. Anything less than that, and you're playing with yourself. I see the TCAT has 4 members already, so you're already big enough. Also, you'd need to release a single. You don't have to chop the charts or anything like that. Just have a physical CD that people can go out and purchase. Lends the group a bit more credibility. Plus, it would give you something to promote on the show. Anyway, that's something for you to work towards. In the meantime, I'll keep shaking hands and greasing palms. Look forward to the day that I get to see you on TV. Okay. Upgrade, promotion, and performance to level 2 for the next story bit. Right now, we're still in the middle of the... Still in the middle of this. So, we're gonna do a promotion, get 7 fans. Success! You got some fans! You can hover over your fans at the bottom screen anytime you see current demographic of your group's fan base. Okay, let me see. We've got 1 casual adult female, 3 hardcore teens, and 2 casual... Pause that. I didn't notice time was running. My idols already ate a weekly salary while I was reading the fans. Casual young adults, 1 casual male adult proper. Now that it's a new day, let's plan a different activity for the group. Time for a performance! Looks like that brought in a bit of money. Remember, you can do 1 activity every day. Choose wisely. Since you're first starting out, it might be a good idea to do some more promotions to increase your fan following. Yes, but where do I see stamina levels? Single staff idols? The idol staff? By the way, the benefit you get from doing a daily... Doing daily activity is based on level of daily activity. Hover over each daily activity to see how you can unlock higher levels. Unlocking higher level daily activities is one of the best ways to make faster progress. If you're ever stuck, consider checking your daily activities, seeing what requirements there are to level up. Okay, then it wanted to send me to the idle menu, which I already clicked on. So here you can see an idle, physical and mental stamina. Ordinarily, idols spend physical stamina when working. If you force them to work when they're completely exhausted, it will drain their mental stamina instead. Makes sense. Idols with low physical stamina are at a great risk of becoming injured. Idols with low mental stamina can become depressed. Be a good boss, try not to work your idols too hard. Mental and physical stamina will recover over time. Mental stamina will recover much more slowly. Here you can view your idol stats by default. It will display their looks and talent stats. Click on the arrow next to the stats to view their relationship stats. These stats indicate your relationship with each idol, indicate your friendship, influence, and romance level. I'm not planning on romancing the idols of my agency. I don't know if that's a regular thing, but you got to keep business and pleasure separate, okay? Friendship is fine. Friendship is a measure of how much an idol likes you. Increase it by socializing with them, generally being pleasant whenever interacting with them. Influence measures how indebted an idol feels to you. Increase by doing favors for her. Romance is a measure of, well, you know, might be able to increase it by flirting, but not everyone will respond well to those kinds of advances. Yeah. Click an idol to change her nickname or put her on hiatus later. When you create multiple idol groups, you can also click them to assign to different idol groups. Okay. Click the profile icon to bring up an idol's profile screen. I'm going to click her. Here you can view more detailed information about her stats. Fans tab will tell you about the demographic of her fan base. Jobs tab will display any contracts. Sorry to cover you up. I want to be able to read the text. Any contracts the idol gets. Bonds tab will display an idol's relationships with other idols in the group. You can click here to see who she's friends with and see which group members she might not be getting along with. Looks like we don't know very much about her current relationships with other members of the group. Let's socialize to get to know her better. From the idol menu, choose an idol and drag her card into your office. Take some time to prepare social events, so let's let time progress. Looks like you're ready to socialize with the idol you selected. Let's go get coffee. Casual conversation is a good way to get to know your idol, key to building friendship. Try flirting at your own risk. Not everyone's receptive. You can ask an idol about her wishes to find out what her goals are. Helping her fulfill her goals will increase her influence with her. You can ask an idol to share gossip about other group members. Ask her to mentor a younger member of the group. Note that most group members won't share gossip if they're not on friendly terms with you. If you have influence with an idol, you can spend that influence to get her to do certain things. If your idol is bullying another group member, you might need to resort to this option to get her to stop. Every idol graduates and leaves the group eventually. You can ask her when she's planning to graduate to accelerate her graduation. Yeah, so fun fact, the graduation is a term that comes from idols and idol agencies that is actually brought over into VTuber stuff. So if you ever hear of a VTuber graduating, it's essentially them leaving the agency and retiring. Just the terminology they use. Best to begin every working relationship getting to know the other person. Let's engage in some casual conversation. Yeah, absolutely. How have you been? She's been playing a new video game recently. Spent a few minutes talking about her hobbies. Aw, that sounds great. Also find out, still carries a Game Boy Advance in her bag. Most people probably would make the rare one their number one. You're my number one. You're the front runner. Can't run everything yourself. Idols need to be coached. You need staffers to help with sales and production tasks. Let's go hire some. Hang on, I gotta give them nicknames. Nico. Remove nickname. I need to come up with a good nicknaming theme. I was thinking like the Power Rangers maybe going off colors, but I feel like, well, it's probably better than just going off numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do colors. Red's always typically the leader. No. Neko Pink. Pink's the leader in this idol agency. Okay. We got Neko Pink, Neko Red, Neko Blue, and Neko Black. Okay. Staff tab, the hire button. Here you can hire a variety of different staffers. Also show you what type of room the staffer works in. Dance coaches and choreographers work in the dance room. Each staffer will have one of two specializations for each for their staffer type. Can still perform the task they're not specialized at. You can choose from novice, professional, expert level staffers. More experienced staffers start with higher stats but also cost more money. As a starting group with a limited budget, best to keep costs low. Let's hire a novice staffer for now. Start by hiring a manager. Help us with some business deals. Select either a sales manager or a production manager. %40 successful business rates. Let's go with the sales manager. All the stats seem better. Now our new staffer needs a place to work. Let's go back to the main agency view and build her an office. Oh, ads are starting soon, just a heads up. Oh, right, I have to click on the... Staffers aren't assigned to a particular task. They will automatically generate research points. Okay. We gotta pause for the ad break. I will be right back. I'm back. The ads are done. Let's get back into it. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Let me just get chat back up. Okay. Staffers aren't assigned to a particular task. They will automatically generate research points. Now that you've hired staff, they generate research points whenever they're not working on an assigned task. Looks like you already have some research points. Let's go spend them. Yeah, I produced some research points, apparently. Here you can hover over each type of research point. See how many research points your staffers are passively generating each day. You can also buy research points by clicking on the green icon. For 100,000 yen. No, thank you. Spend some of your manager research points. How? Spend manager research points to unlock different marketing options or different... Mike! How you doing, Video Game Weekend? I assume it's Mike. If it's not Mike, that was probably a little awkward. But it is Mike! Mike! Yeah, welcome in. Just having a chill day for 9 ladies dancing. Currently our agency only has 4 idols. I don't know if we're gonna play enough of this game to get to 9 idols, but we'll have to see. I'm still going through tutorials. I'm over an hour in of tutorials. Now you're going to tell Mark to pop in just to get to have my chin. You get annoyed by tutorials? That's fair. I don't know. I don't play a whole lot of these management sim type games. So I wanted to go through the tutorials so that I don't just, like, blindly fumble into spending all of my yen and then just going bankrupt within, like, the first 30 minutes. Spend manager research points to unlock different marketing options to unlock different types of business contracts. Okay. Looks like you don't have enough research points to unlock anything, but you can generate more points passively or buy them from the previous menu. I guess we're doing some passive generation. Hang on. While we're passively generating, why don't we send the girls out to do some promotion? Get some more fans. can't say this is a genre I know. When I'm playing a new game, I want that action to start quick. No, I feel that. If the game is less menu based, I'm perfectly down for just skip the tutorial, just throw me in the deep end. I'll figure it out. We're really building that hardcore teen audience, aren't we? Got 4 male hardcore teens and 1 female hardcore teen. Let me take a second to look back at... It's not the staff menu? Oh, research. There's a research tab. I have earned 315. I need 432. And it's how many per day? 43 per day. So I need 3 more days of progress to unlock anything with me. Let's buffer our money a little bit with a performance. That's tutorials. I clicked the wrong tab. Oof. That money hit right there. Activities. Promotion! Let's get more fans. Nico Pink, what's your fan breakdown? You need at least 1 idol, 1 stylist, and 1 dressing room to unlock styling. Ah, you can restyle them. Okay, so 50-50 split male-female. I like to see that. More hardcore than casual. Teens and young adults more so than... So you pull towards the younger audience a little bit. The younger hardcore fans, but I think that's my general trends I've got for the details. Oh, that's to actually do the full breakdown. Oh, hang on, let me see your general appeal. Your general appeal is best towards just hardcore fans for the most part, with casual adult men, interestingly enough. Nobody has opinions. We barely have any fans. Average recent earnings, total earnings, 5,000 yen, 5,000 per week, 200% satisfied. Don't know who your unknown clique is, let alone the friends. Still carries a Game Boy Advance in her bag. See, that's why she's my favorite. She carries a Game Boy Advance around. Oh yeah, how's everybody's stamina? 91 physical stamina? Let's do one more promotion. Get our fans up to 35. One day left. Oh, can we not socialize with the same idol more than once per week? Let's buff our money a little bit. Okay. Love is good for hardcores and good for casuals. Rebelling is for teenagers but loses appeal for adults. Partying is... Songs about partying is bad for hardcore? Weird. Loneliness is great for hardcore. Bad for casual. Just happiness in general is just a light boost to everybody. Politics. I don't want to sing about politics. Anxiety. Hardcore young adults. Let's go. We're gonna sing about anxiety. I'm gonna socialize with Neko Pink again. You're in the 300s right now. You need 430. So you're gonna need another 2.5 days. I'm gonna give you guys time to recover your stamina a little bit while I go on a socializing trip. Let's go with some more casual conversation. Friendship level 1. What do I want to chat about? Neko Pink waxes fanatical about her favorite food, talks about what her childhood dreams were. You also find out that her mother graduated from an Australian university. Nice. I'll socialize with Neko Red. I'll get to learn her. I'll get to know her a little bit. Casual conversation. How's it hoppin'? Talks about a manga she recently started reading. Shares about what's been going on with her family. Neko Red loves watching American football. Of course she does. That's why, see, this is why Neko Pink is my favorite, Neko Red. Let's unlock photo shoot business contract. Okay. Hang on, pause. We made it into August. Let's do a promotion. Just get that out of the way, get some more fans. We now have at least one fan of every type. That's good. We've got so many hardcore male teens. Okay. Research, manager, photo shoot business contract. Here it is. It's a one-time job, minus 25 stamina. It'll get 10 new fans, 300 points of fame, and 100,000 yen. For level 1. Once you've unlocked an item with research points, you can spend more research points to level it up further. Note that certain items have separate requirements to unlock. For example, unlocking the variety show business contract requires that your group have a certain number of fans and fame. Yeah, 10,000 fans and 1 fame. Let's go back to the previous menu. Different staffer types can be used to research different items. For example, you'll use music research points to unlock different musical genres and dance research points to unlock different styles of choreography. You have a manager working for you. Let's have her make some business proposals. Click on the staffer office, select business proposal. So click here, business proposal. Auto proposal is not set to anything. I mean, it's going to be a photo shoot. That's the only proposal we've got. We'll take some time for her to finish. Remember that you can always fast forward to make time progress. Okay. Let's set up some socialization with Neko Blue. I'm gonna let everybody rest because someone's gonna take a big stamina hit. No, let's get more fans. Let's get 49 fans. Just keep building up that promotion. Casual conversation. I've been doing okay, thanks for asking. Talks about how she stubbed her toe this morning. No! Ow! She has an embarrassing story from her past. Also find out that she uses white noise machine to sleep at night. Relatable. Feel that. And then we'll also have a meeting with Neko Black. Just at least talk to everybody once this week. How have you been? Fanatical about her favorite food, talks about last time she talked with her family. William Tell Overture as her wake-up alarm? Okay. I'm glad I took a chance on you. That was good. Let's buffer our money a little bit. Looks like she finished creating a business proposal. Let's click the yen icon and see. Each client will be looking for an idol who is good in a particular stat. You get to choose which idol participates. You have 3 options. How good the rewards are depend on how good the idol is in the desired stat that the client is looking for. Your staffer can try to negotiate a better rate. The number of times you can negotiate is based on the staffer's deal stats. Renegotiate the deal can result in a better or worse result. The results are random, with the odds of success determined by your staffer's deal stat. Once you have an outcome you like, click the accept button. Okay. We've got a photo shoot for Bobka, looking for a girl to do a cute. Oh, yeah. 90 cute. Like, sure, Neko Red also has 90 cute, but Neko Pink, literally, I took her for the 90 cute. And Neko Red is our all-round, like, solid gold star stat. 80 cute for Neko Blue. I mean, I lucked out when they chose cute because that's most of my agency right now. We got 3 cute girls. And then one who's not as high on the cute stat, but has spirit. She has high potentials in a few places. Payment 226,000, 27 new fans. Do I want to risk negotiations? I'll risk it once. I'll risk it again. Okay. I lost a little payment, but I needed to try the negotiations. Neko Pink. You can also have a staffer automatically generate business proposals. Click the staffer, select auto proposal option. When this box is ticked, the staffer will automatically generate business proposals whenever she isn't working on anything else. This means she won't generate research points. Different types of business proposals have different benefits. You can click on the staffer's office, choose a preferred proposal type for her to focus on from among the types of business deals you've unlocked. More proposal types can be unlocked from the research menu. You've been using a lot of menu tabs, like the idle staff activities Did you know that you can switch between the tabs using keyboard shortcuts? Advance to the next menu tab with tab, or cycle up or down with page up, page down, middle mouse button to advance through them. Pressing keys home end will jump to the top or bottom. Okay. I like middle mouse. Middle mouse click is a fun one. Let's return to the default agency view. To close, you can click the X icon or use escape. You can also open and close the most recent tab with the right mouse button. On the default agency view, you can get an overview of how many research points you currently have. You can use this button here as shortcuts for daily activities like promotions, performance, spa treatment. These daily activities can also be triggered using keyboard shortcuts. Promotion, performance, spa treatment. That's ZXC. You can view pending tasks from the default agency view. You can take a look at your pending tasks. Looks like there's a story event waiting for you. Progress through the game's story will require you to complete objectives, which are detailed here. Yeah, I already did the story event. Did that an hour ago. Meeting the requirements for a story task doesn't automatically trigger the story event. You'll need to come back to this screen, click on the story task when you're ready to advance. Be warned, the world marches to the beat of its own drum. Sometimes certain story events will happen automatically. In addition to story tasks, sometimes characters will give you optional tasks to complete, which will appear on this screen. If you socialize with an idol, ask about her wishes. It will show up as a task here. You might also get a task if you take out a loan from a certain someone. Like with story events, you'll need to come back to this screen, click on the task after meeting the requirements in order to complete the task. If you ever get stuck, aren't sure how to progress the story, you can always come back to this screen to view the requirements for the next story event. Time to hire a dance staffer. Alright, I mean, we need to make a single for the next story bit. Neko Pink is drained. Hire button. Let's hire a dancing coach. Yep. And select dance room. Yep, we need a dance room. Grab the staffer's card from the staff table. Staffers aren't assigned to a particular task to generate research points. Dance research points can be used to unlock new choreography styles. It's time to hire a music staffer, voice coach, or music producer. Okay. I want a voice coach. So let's go to the staff. I was already in the staff menu. I was like, why can't I find the staff menu? I was literally staring it down. Voice coach or music producer? Let's do voice coach. Max coaching level is 1. Ooh, production tasks are 25% faster. But max coaching level is 40. Yeah, let's do a voice coach. We don't have enough space for a recording studio on the free floor. So I have to click on one of the other floors. $20,000 a week. If not assigned, they'll generate music research points, which can unlock new music genres. I like music genres. Dance coaches and vocal coaches can help idols improve their dance and vocal stats. Let's have your dance staffer coach an idol. Go to the idol tab. It's the top one, right? Yep. How do I look at stats again? There we go. Neko Blue and Neko Black both need dancing, practice, training. Neko Blue has a soft cap of 61. Neko Black has a soft cap for dancing of 48. So definitely Neko Blue. Drag her card into the studio. Note that a staffer can only coach an idol if the staffer coaching stat is higher than the idol's stat. For example, a dance staffer with coaching 20 won't be able to coach an idol whose dance stat is 20 or higher. That makes sense. So yeah, no, I definitely stand by my voice coach. Because the other guy wouldn't have been able to coach anybody with a voice of 1. This consumes idol stamina. Be careful not to overwork your idols. You can click on a staffer's room, select auto practice, have them automatically coach idols whenever they're not working on anything else. Note, staffers won't generate research points when coaching. To produce a single, you need to have hired a dance staffer, music staffer, and a manager staffer. Okay. I've got a manager, I've got dance, I've got music. Let's go to the research tab, unlock at least one lyric type, marketing strategy, choreography style, and genre of music. I don't have a genre. Don't have a choreography type. Don't have a marketing. So you need to generate more research points. Good grief, where'd all my money go? Just had that realization. I'm gonna have to buy research points. But hang on. Idols. What's your soft cap for vocals? 14. It's not great. But I'd like to up your vocals a little bit. While Neko Blue's upping her dancing. Take some stamina off of the two of you. And I don't want auto proposal, but I do want you to research a business proposal. Two days left? 3 days left? Okay. Neko Red is going to be sent on whatever deal this is for the business. Give everybody some good stuff. Casual conversation with Neko Pink. How's it hoppin'? What magazine she's been reading recently? Briefly mentions a run-in with a childhood friend. Nice. Get a little promotion in. What happened to the business proposal I told you to look into? Did it fall through? Get her up to her soft cap. Pause that. Do another promotion. 90 fans. I don't know how we got there with +7 per promotion. Oh, right, because we got fans from the deal. I'm just gonna... Okay, what do we got? We got... Pop is good for hardcore and casual, better for casual. EDM loses some adult fans. We could be baby metal. Metal is not great. Rock is pretty good for adults and young adults. Hip-hop, funk, R&B, avant-garde, just minus 50% on casuals. Inca. I think I'll go with rock, actually. Let's grab up rock. Choreography. We've got so many cute stats. Such high cute stats. Cute dancing. Might go well, but it does. Our biggest fan base right now is hardcore teens, I'm pretty sure. Is there a way for me to see this in a more... Probably not, no. I can check an individual idol, like Neko Pink, on her profile. Her fan breakdown leans slightly more hardcore, definitely more male, and more teens than anything, but it's kind of balanced. I want these 3 pie charts, but for my agency in general. But I don't think there's a place to see that. Oh, you don't have nearly as many fans. But that's okay. You didn't do the photo shoot yet. Are there any that don't have negatives? No. All dance choreographies are hindered by something. So cute. We lose some male with cool. Sexy would gain male but lose female audience. In general, I think I have a higher male fan base currently still. 30, 40, 50 male and 40 female. It's a little more balanced than I was expecting. Energetic boosts hardcore and drops casual. Elegant loses us some hardcore. What if we do... Okay, what if we do some energetic rock... Energetic rock. Removes costs associated with physical releases. Fans can't buy more than one copy. Physical bonuses are not available. Hardcore fans buy 20% more copies. 5% per idol. Stamina minus 50 for every idol in the group. Cost per CD plus 50%. This lowers the sales, but reduces all the other stuff. Okay, what about group handshake event? Minus 20 points for every idol in the group. Only a slight increase. Hardcore fans buy even more. Oh no, it's not more. This is a flat 30 versus the individual is 5% per idol. But with the smaller group, the group handshake is better. Ad campaign. Rolls on success rates. Viral campaign. Much worse rolls. Fake scandal gives me scandal points. No, we're not having that. Lewd PV. That's a boost for male and hardcore fans. Depends on sexy and cute stats. Well, we've got the cute stats down pat. Our current sexy stat build plan for Neko Black has not panned out yet. Edgy requires cool and funny. Artsy requires pretty and smart. Okay, why don't we do the group handshake event? And I don't have enough points left over for the digital release only, but that would be the other one I would get. Also a good idea to wait until your group has some fans who will be willing to buy the single. Lacking fans, try doing promotion activity in the activity tab. It's time to create your first single. Open the singles tab. New single. Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish your training. She boosted her vocals. Okay. New singles tab. Start by choosing a name. You can type a name for your single or click the randomize icon to have the game choose a song title for you. If I click the Love for My Darling, choose a marketing plan. I can still change it. She knows I'm trouble. Group handshake. Rock song about anxiety. With energetic dancing. 105% hardcore. We're going maximum hardcore with this right here. You need to select the number of CDs to produce. Doesn't apply if your marketing plan was to do digital release only. Cost is 225 yen per CD. If we start hitting it up, we might make the charts, but I don't think we're going to make the charts on our first single. Trends. I don't have any info on trends. She knows I'm trouble. Let's produce 500 feels like... Well, I've got 90... Let's think about this. I've got 90 fans. Those 90 fans are probably going to buy one, maybe two CDs apiece. If we assume that we get some new fans from producing a single, let's set it to 350. If we sell out, that's fine. If we overproduce, that's less fine. Team chemistry is at a flat 50. It's time to choose which idols will participate. Select an idol, drag her to the formation screen, place her in the formation. Oh yeah, here we go. Neko Pink, front and center. Neko Red. Group stats will be based on the stats of the idols participating in the single. Idols closer to the center of formation will contribute more. Team chemistry, based on how well the other idols in the formation are getting along with each other. Putting a bully in a formation can have a negative effect on team chemistry. Being chosen as a center can also boost an idol's individual career. Is one of your idols wishing to be a center? I don't know. I didn't ask them yet. Click continue after you're done setting up the formation. Okay. Neko Red? Team chemistry 100. Let's go. Neko Blue? Neko Black. Okay. Our dance and vocals are not great. Kind of lacking in the dancing and the vocal part departments. But boy, are we cute. Now that all the hard choices have been made, it's time to produce your single. You'll need to have your character write the lyrics. Oh, hang on, ads are starting soon. We're getting there. 2 hours in, I feel like we're getting close to being done with the majority of the tutorial. Okay. Ads are almost done, but give me a moment. I need to check something. Sorry about that. Spam phone calls. You know how they are. I'm back, though. Ads are done. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Let's finish this tutorial. Now that all the hard choices have been made, it's time to produce your single. You'll need to have your character write the lyrics, have a music staffer work on the song, have a dance staffer do the choreography, and a manager staffer create the marketing plan. Success of the single will depend on their stats. Start by dragging the single into your office to work on the lyrics. Okay. She knows I'm trouble. Completing all the production tasks associated with the single will take some time. Let's get a little dance practice in. Okay. Looking for a cool photo shoot. Absolutely. This is why we didn't use Neko Red on the first one. $71K. Get me a better deal. Let's go. $72K. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to do more negotiations. We're just going to take $72K. That'll cover our single costs. So even if we sell nothing, it's covered by this photo shoot. Take a little spa treatment. She doesn't have... Neko Red doesn't have anything she can actually actively do. Drag your single into other offices to have the staffers work. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the marketing. Okay. We can't work on multiple things for the single at the same time. Get a little vocal practice in for Neko Pink. I would like to socialize with Neko Pink. See if we can get Neko Blue up to higher vocals and Neko Black. Maybe Neko Black can hit double-digit dancing sooner rather than later. Oh, casual conversation for sure. Do you want to talk about anything in particular? Just here to chat. Fanatical about her favorite food. Spends a few minutes talking about her hobbies. Okay. $118 fans, though. I think we're going to work on getting everybody socialized once. She's already at her soft cap for vocals, so that's going to take time. I didn't realize how much time. Good grief. Thanks for inviting me to a chat. Mentions their childhood heroes. Can solve a Rubik's Cube in less than 30 seconds. Well, that beats my best time. My best time is 1:20. Find me a business proposal. Let's send Neko Red out. Make money, make fans. We're under 2 million. What's up, Neko Blue? Admits she's been playing video games recently, spends a few minutes talking about her hobbies. Dreams of being reincarnated as a tree. Well, alright then. This is going to finish first, and then I'm going to have to cancel out Neko Black's training. Because I need that single done. Okay, we have a business opportunity. Weekly spy. Sexy photo shoot. Uh-oh. I don't have anybody particularly sexy. In spite of that, we're gonna send. I'm sorry, Neko Black. Your whole point is you have a really high threshold for sexy, and yet your current sexy stat is only at 5. So Neko Blue is gonna take the sexy deal because that's a lot of money. Can we negotiate better though? We did slightly. One extra fan and another 1,000 yen. Not what I want. I'd like to socialize with Neko Pink again. I interrupted your training partway through on vocals because unfortunately Ogma has to finish the single. How's it happen? Shared a personal anecdote with her family. Find me another business proposal. You're keeping us alive with business proposals. What do I want to chat about? I don't know. What do you want to chat about? Favorite food? Shares what's been going on with her family? Okay. Let's dance. We're gonna get Neko Black to 10 on the dance scale. What's her soft cap for dance? 48. Okay. Solid. We can just keep throwing her at dance. She's not gonna hit her soft cap anytime soon. So that soft cap is more punishing than I was expecting. With how long it was taking to do the, 6 days. 5 days. I can socialize with Neko Blue. Spa treatment just before the single finishes, because we're all going to take... Hang on. Chat with Neko Blue. Talks about her favorite TV show and a few minutes about her hobbies. Nice. Okay. Everybody's going to take a stamina hit with the release. We didn't hit 1-star fame. And we also made like a loss of 40K. I should have made 100 CDs. I know now. But because we've released a single, you thought you'd stop by? Can see by the binders on your desk you've been consulting some of my business. I've been stuck in tutorial land for the last 2.5 hours. That's good. Who wrote this? Told you before. Former associate. Trusted them enough to run several of my business operations. They did quite well. Any advice they give is probably worth taking. Hope they're not saying anything bad about me. Hello, manager? What's up? Been needing to talk to you about our organization's policies right now. They're not very well defined, and I was hoping I could ask a few more questions to rectify that. Set number of guidelines for how the girls behave and how events are run. Can be chaotic if things aren't consistent. I think it's best to have a set policy in place. Everyone's working in the same rule book. What do you recommend? Not sure what I'd recommend. Any specific set of policies? Different organizations have different rules. Each set of rules has its own pros and cons. Policies TCAT has will be a part of the rules. That's part of what sets it apart from other groups. Nothing's set in stone. You can always change your mind. Pretty common for new groups to be flexible when they first start off. Adapt their policies depending on what seems to work best. Longer you stick with a given policy, the more people come to expect certain things from you. Organization gains more of a reputation. People get more used to running things a certain way. Changing policies can take a while. Might have to wait longer for benefits to show up. Since we're a young organization, we have time to change things around. So if you're a bit unsure, no need to stress over particular policy decisions. You can always adjust later. Sorry, that was probably a bit more explanation than you needed. You're the boss. Don't need me to explain to you how organization works. In fact, you're supposed to be the one who tells everyone else how things work. So with that in mind, what kind of business proposal do you think would be the most promising? Don't focus on any particular kind of deal. Balanced approach. Definitely has value. Might be helpful for me to tell you about other kinds of deals. Do you want me to tell you about specific kinds of business deals? I'll decide later. Never hurts to change things up depending on what direction the company is going in. You can always adjust our group's policy. Of course, while I might be focused on trying to get a certain kind of business proposal, sometimes other opportunities will fall into your lap. I'll be sure to let you know when those come up, even if they're not the kind of business deal we're focusing on at the moment. Sorry if it sounded like I was second-guessing you there. Business proposals are kind of my area of expertise. I want to make sure you were aware of all the operations, or all the options, before making a decision. Simpler and straightforward. Branding the TCATs. What kind of vibe do you want people to associate with our group? Cute. Got kind of partial to the vibe myself. What kind of fans are we trying to attract? Neutral. Playing it safe. Not a bad choice. Screening incoming talent. Okay. Background checks during the recruitment process. More rigorous background checks will make the recruitment process more expensive. Can help filter out more of the bad apples. How extensive do you want our background checks to be? Basic background check. Just the basics. Also need to talk about social media. Since anything the idols post online is going to reflect on the organization, part of the contracts allow us to set rules governing their public social media use. What kind of policy? No social media ever. No, wait, hang on. No, that's actually an option. Pre-moderated posts. Yeah, basically, just double check that they're not posting anything that's going to be trouble down the line. But pretty much, it's a very loose restriction. Most of the benefits of social media while reducing the chance of something scandalous. Yeah, exactly. Figure out what to do about allowing live streams. We want to allow them at all. Good source of exposure, always risk of scandals. Controlled streams. Again, organize it. Some streamers collect donations from viewers, actually make a bit of side income from it. It's not a lot. It's not nothing at all, either. Another thing we need to do, we need to have a dating policy. Yeah, okay. Invested fans who don't like the idea of idols dating, think it ruins part of the appeal. Not allowing idols to date is the kind of thing that would seem draconian to less invested fans. Okay, so basically, if we ban them from dating, that gets more hardcore fans, but loses the casual fans. Completely apart from the impact that romance can have on an idol's life, on an individual basis, there's a lot of emotional highs and lows that come with the dating scene. While romance can boost someone's self-esteem, can just as easily end up being a distraction. Also the fact that what kind of dating policy we set will affect how dating-related scandals are seen by the public. If we have strict rules against dating, then anything remotely scandalous is going to be a much bigger deal than if we were more permissive. On the other hand, having loose and flexible policy makes it more likely that scandals will happen in the first place. We could also try to hedge our bets a little by not setting an official policy. No matter what kind of dating policy we have, it probably won't do anything to discourage idols from becoming romantically involved within the group. That kind of thing has been known to happen, though if it's just an internal thing, it's easier to keep that kind of thing under wraps. Probably wouldn't be an issue regardless. Ambiguous. Let's be ambiguous with this. The thing is, I don't want to forbid dating at all. But I also don't want to just be completely hands-off. loose, no policy ambiguous. Yeah, we'll stay out of it. Let's just... What happens, happens. Don't ask, don't tell policy. Won't appeal to many fans, also less likely to repel them. Exactly. Related to finance, more specifically, salaries. One of the things I've been thinking about, proactively offering the talent pay raises in order to keep them satisfied. Way it is right now, the only time salaries can increase is if you change them yourself. If you authorize me to offer them incremental pay bumps, could keep an eye on which girl seems to be less satisfied with their pay and give them a slight pay bump to keep them satisfied. How do you want me to handle idol salaries? Try to keep them satisfied at moderate levels. Not high levels. I don't need you just burning money into the idols, but at least keep them like moderately satisfied. Just salaries if their satisfaction seems to be dipping too low. Oh, are you the dance boss? Are you, oh sorry, am I interrupting anything? Not at all. Just wrapping up some discussion of the group's policies. Hey, that's good thinking. Have you set policies on things like event security? No, but that's a great point. In fact, we should probably decide that right now. We need to figure out what our security policy is going to be at events where the idols interact with fans. You know, live appearances, handshake events, that sort of thing. Hardcore fans don't like seeing security guards everywhere, but having good security in place will make the girls feel much safer. What level of security? We've got more security than we have people. No. Normal security. Let's not take a relaxed stance on security. I do want the girls to be safe, but we don't need to overdo it. I like that I'm picking like middle of the road options for every single option. We'll do by the book standard stuff. While we're on the topic of live events, I've been focusing a lot on dance choreography. More specifically, I've been thinking about clothing choices. Skirts can make certain kinds of wardrobe accidents more likely depending on their dance moves. Fans might see a bit more than we want them to see, if you catch my drift. Sure, hardcore fans would get a huge kick out of seeing the girls in short skirts. Less hardcore fans aren't into that kind of thing. If we go with longer skirts, some of the male fans wouldn't be too happy with that choice. Would probably go over better with female fans. Would still please some of the hardcore fans without alienating the more casual fans. Or as a bit of a compromise, have the girl wear short skirts with safety shorts, less risk of wardrobe malfunction, would keep the hardcore fans moderately happy without alienating anyone. Well, that sounds like the best of both worlds. Always dodge the issue entirely, just have them wear pants instead. More and more groups are doing that these days, from what I hear. A lot of casual fans find that look more appealing, especially guys in the audience. Hardcore fans probably prefer the more traditional look with skirts, though. How do we want to handle dance? Short skirts with safety shorts. Sounds like a good compromise. Probably won't ruffle any feathers. Make note of that. Thanks for bringing it up. One last thing, I know this is kind of subjective, but when it comes to live performances, which do you think is better? Quality or energy? Energy's nice, but you need to strike that balance. think you might be right. It's kind of a boring answer, but having a super polished performance or super energetic performance can take a lot of energy. It can be nice when you have a concert that goes well because the girls practiced really hard or because they were really giving it their all and not holding anything back, but pushing too hard can lead to burnout. A more balanced approach might be better in the long term. Exactly. Of course, if ever change your mind, you can always change your group's policies. Dropped off a list of group policies based on discussions today. You can modify them at any time. If you're unsure, my personal recommendation would be to experiment early on, see which works best for you. Once we actually start getting into production mode, start recording music and doing live performances, changing policies will take longer, so it's best to decide these kinds of things early if you can. Thank you for your time, sir. Look forward to working with TCATS. I know we're just starting out. I've got a really good feeling about how things are going to go. Sales of singles. We sold 60 of the... I made 350 singles, and we sold 60 of them. We sold to about a third of our fans. What's our idol stats? Oh, no. Oh, Neko Blue. Everyone's at maxed out mental stamina, but definitely took quite the hit. Neko Red's 20th birthday. She got funnier and smarter.
Yo.
Wanted to see how you're doing. How's your first week on the job been? First week? I had to progress for like a couple of months just to get through the tutorial. A little overwhelmed. Appreciate your honesty, but hey, not everyone can be a top player during the first week of the job. Figured you'd have to do some on-the-job learning. Might be interested to know that I recently tapped into my professional network, managed to get you a small mention on a local news broadcast. Also talked to several folks who run businesses in the area, got them to put up promotional materials for a while. Not exactly making the big time. At least get the attention of people who are nearby. Generous of you. Hey, I'm a stakeholder. What good for you is good for me, right? Of course, I want to help you succeed. I can't do that sort of thing all the time. I want to make sure you have a successful launch. And on a more personal level, figure that if you know I'm going to do right by you, you'll do right by me. You dig? Relationships are a two-way street. Hoping that in the future you'll be in a position to return the favor. Of course, I don't mean to make this seem like a bigger deal than it is. More people in the area are going to have an awareness of your group. That doesn't automatically turn them into fans. It does mean that when you promote the group, people will be more likely to pay attention. You might gain some more fans than you would ordinarily, thanks to the temporary boost. Ditto for performance People are more likely to check out a group they've been hearing of recently, so you might get a small boost in attendance and revenue. Anyway, this honeymoon period won't last forever. Try to make the most of it, okay? I mean, yes, but also I need my idols to rest. I need their stamina to go back up. Excuse me, sir, just received a phone call. From the sounds of things, you're going to make a television appearance in 1 week? Also received an email directly from the studio with details of the location of the shoot. Apparently it's some kind of quiz show, competing against other producers of other idol groups. Actually somewhat familiar with the local station that's recording the show. Not super familiar. I've watched a few times. Took the liberty of watching a few clips. Since it's a quiz show, I figured you might want a quick primer on what to expect if you'd like. Could give you some pointers based on what somewhat limited exposure. Sure, give me a few pointers. They really like to do variants of the Newlywed Game. Oh no. Yeah. See how well they know each other. Am I gonna have to see how well I know my idols? Asking questions to see how well you know the idols in your group. If you know your idols' hobbies or other facts about them. If you'd like to prepare for the kind of questions you might get asked, could be worthwhile to spend some time with the idols. You know how to do that, right? Yeah, I've done it. Never seen an idol turn down a chance to sit down and enjoy a cup of coffee. A chance to. Up to you how much prep work you do. All in good fun. Win or lose. Two days left. 6 days left. I need to wait for the spa treatment to actually go up. But I need to get Neko Blue out of the... Neko Black talks about a manga she's recently started reading. Childhood dreams were... Can dice with an onion without crying. Okay. Okay, so let me take notes on my own idols right quick. Red, football, Rubik's Cube. Pink is GBA, Australia. Blue is white noise and reincarnated as a tree. And black is William Tell and Onion. Okay. Not enough stamina? Not enough stamina. Okay. Detailed description of what she ate for breakfast. Talks about childhood. Okay. Next time it ticks over, we do spa treatment. And then after we do spa treatment, then we go to the... give everybody spa treatment. Story. Next story event. Domo domo! Hello there, you must be Mr. Ninja Charmed, I'm sure. Thank you so much for coming by. Think we're going to have a lot of fun today. Let me explain how things work here. You're one of 4 different idol group producers we've invited to the studio. Going to have separate recordings for each of you, where we hit you with a series of questions about your idol groups. We'll tally your scores, and the 2 producers with the highest quiz scores will face off head-to-head. If you're not one of the top 2, you get to go home early. Of course, I'm sure you'll want to do your best to try and win the prize. The prize? There you go, pretending like you've forgotten. Just wanted to give me a chance to brag about it, right? Of course, we're looking to fill a primetime program slot with a live broadcast musical performance. If you manage to win, beat out the other producers here, your group will get much needed airtime. Of course, that's why you're here, right? Hoping to win the grand prize? Anyway, your segment is the last one that we're going to tape. So I'll let you get to the green room. This green room is the most spacious. Normally we'd let you mingle backstage with the other contestants, but since this is a quiz show, we want to keep everybody isolated. So your room might be a little cramped. I'm sure you understand, right? Looking forward to talking to you on camera. Hallway outside the waiting room. You! Oh, it's a coat. It's a coat. You're just wearing a coat over your shoulders. I know who she is. I know how she knows my name. After all, you're the mastermind behind the T-Cats, aren't you? Competing against each other. Oh, this is my rival. This is the rival that I chose at the beginning, whether I wanted the rival to be male or female. Just finished recording my segment. Got every question right, of course. Selected the top 2, but they select the top 2 competitors. So, if you do well enough, maybe you could come in second place behind me. Best of luck. What if I come in first place, tied with you? Because I can get every question right, too. Mind if I squeeze in? No, not at all. Fujimoto, come on in. Waiting room's cramped. Think they squeezed you into a closet. This is what you get when you record for a local TV station. Good exposure. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm ready to win. I'm ready to win this. Great opportunity. We can manage to clinch the grand prize TV airtime for a live performance. Draw some serious attention. Just a local affiliate. It's a bit shy of a nationwide broadcast. Everyone has to start somewhere, right? Yeah, exactly. Everyone starts somewhere. Pretty genius move on the TV station's part. Instead of having to pay out big bucks for a musical guest to show up, they contract these smaller groups and offer them a chance to win airtime. This makes it seem like they're the ones doing you the favor. Which in a way they are. I think they get the better end of the deal. Yeah. It is what it is. Anyone going to get that airtime, I hope it's the T-Cats. Do your best to win. May have made a bet with a friend that you'd be the one to win. And my ego's on the line. You never bet against Fujimoto when ego is on the line. Is that how that goes? Means they're ready for you. Go knock them dead. Okay. Instructions unclear. I executed everyone in the studio. Hello, everyone! Pleased to be sitting next to Mr. Ninja, who is one of the brilliant creative minds behind Fortune Lovers. No, I'm not. That's not. It's the T-Cats. Oh my! My lack of preparation has been exposed. Sorry, folks. It's been a long day here in the studio. Let's try that again. He's sitting next to Mr. Ninja from the T-Cats. Mr. Ninja, if you had to pick one thing, what would you say is the best quality about the idols of T-Cats? They're not talented performers. They do work pretty hard. They're all cute. Not one to mince words, are you? Everyone loves a beauty. Depending on what kind of voice the beauty has, not everyone likes to hear the beauty sing. Joking, of course. Grateful that you took your time to sit down with us today. Being you've spent so much time working with the T-Cats over the past few weeks, sure, you'd be the foremost expert on them, right? Without further ado, let's move on to the first round! First question is multiple choice. Which of these girls is not an idol that works for the T-Cats? I wonder, is it Neko Blue, Neko Red, Neko Black, or Shimizu Miki? It's a good thing I did nicknames. Of course! Doesn't work with the T-Cats, because she's my daughter! That's true. Your name is your family name is Shimizu. I didn't even register that. I'd have quite a bone to pick if she started pursuing a life in showbiz. Why, she might become my competition, and more competition is the last thing I need. Besides, she's my own daughter! I'd much rather see her pursue a useful career than waste her life becoming an idol. Ooh! Ooh, sir! One question down, next question. Most recent single is known as She Knows I'm Trouble. What are the lyrics of the song about? Anxiety. Yes, indeed, that is correct, of course. Sure, that was an easy question for you to answer, considering that you're the one who wrote the song! Hey, you have to throw a few easy questions along the way, right? Lastly, it's time to test how well you know the idols themselves. Sure, you want the world to get to know the girls of the T-Cats, so it's time for you to show us how well you've already gotten to know them! Another multiple choice question. This question is about Nico Red. She likes American football and can solve a Rubik's Cube in 30 seconds. Which of these statements is true? Has a poster of Leif Erikson in her bedroom? Oh man, I wish that was true. Loves watching American football. Well played, indeed true. What an eclectic group of idols the T-Cats must be. Sure that the members of our audience are all charmed to learn such an interesting fact about one of its members. Suppose the real question should be how you came to know this fact about Neko Red. Is this the kind of thing you ask questions about during interview process? Seems a bit personal for my tastes. Brings it to an end. Since you're the last one we're quizzing, we're prepared to announce right now that you will be advancing to the final round. We'll be advancing to the final round. Congratulations! Been doing okay, thanks for asking. Talks about... Ooh, stubbed your toe. Yep. Continue the story. Back in the waiting room. Good job out there. You ready for the next round? We will be doing the next round after the ad break. We have to play ads once every hour. Take care of whatever you need to take care of. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes. And then we're going to smash this competition in the head-to-head. Alright. I'm back. Ads are done. Let's roll into this final round of competition. Hey, good job out there. Are you ready for the next round? I'm ready to win. I like that attitude. But there's a slight change of plans. Really? How best to explain this? You know how the prize for winning this quiz show is getting airtime for a live performance? If it's an opportunity, there are better opportunities, and I think I managed to find a better spot. So you want me to throw this competition for a better... National Broadcasting Corporation runs a similar live performance event. They're looking to promote some up-and-coming talent, and an idol group like the T-Cats would fit the bill. I pulled some favors, managed to get you airtime there. The agreement isn't finalized, but it's basically a sure deal at this point. One problem, the National Broadcasting Corporation gig would be the same night as the local station would be airing. They're actually trying to counter-program the bigger show by putting on a similar show. Would be better to have the larger platform so you actually don't need to win this quiz show. I think I'll try to win anyway. Yeah, I thought you might say that. This is where things get a little sticky. See, when we signed you up to be on this quiz show, part of the paperwork that went along with it was a contract promising that you would be available for that special broadcast slot in the event that you win. So if you win this quiz show, you'll be obligated to show up on the smaller network and will have to miss out on the bigger gig. Long story short, if you win the quiz show, you'll be missing out on the better opportunity. You see where I'm going with this? My professional advice would be to lose on purpose. Wish there was a way that we could do both gigs, or a way you could play to win while still doing the bigger show. The only way for us to get out of the contract is for you to lose the quiz show and not be bound by an obligation to have TCAT perform in the smaller show. Anyway, this should be pretty easy. Just go and talk to the other contender, myself, and explain the situation, but then we might get accused of collusion. So just let them win. Sure, they'll be grateful for the opportunity. I know you're coming off a winning streak. This should be pretty straightforward. Oh, right, logistics. Since there's a head-to-head competition, both you and the other contestant will be asked a question. Whoever buzzes in first will get a chance to answer. If you give a correct answer, you get a point. Wrong answer will give your opponent a point. If you want to lose without having to embarrass yourself with an incorrect answer, just refrain from buzzing in. Let the other person buzz in first. You'll lose without ever having to give a wrong answer. Of course, if you really want to seal the deal, you could buzz in, give a wrong answer. Up to you how to handle the situation. Just make sure you don't win by accident. Back in the studio, the host is waiting for you, accompanied by another familiar face. I feel like I'm going to win this competition because she's going to intentionally throw wrong answers to give me points. Narrowed the field down to 2 contestants. Why don't we have the 2 introduce each other? Pleased to be here competing against Mr. Ninja, who represents and running the idol group, the T-Cats. Technician standing next to the camera is holding a cue card, the name and idol group of the other competitor. Rival? Ravala? What's gonna be my rival's first name? Ravala. Inu. Inu Ravala. And her group name, my rival's rival group's name from the T-Cats, we got the Coffee Squad. Ravala Inu nods at you, flashing a winning smile at the camera. Thanks for the introduction. Thanks for the opportunity to present the Coffee Squad to the world. Looking forward to seeing the Coffee Squad perform on television to a bigger audience. Well, you're talking. Sounds like you're assuming you've already won. Let's just say I'm very confident with the outcome of this competition. You pulled your own strings behind the scenes to give us the bigger network, and then you're gonna pull the strings to take away the opportunity that we have. So we're gonna lose intentionally, and then lose the sponsorship of the bigger network. That's what I'm feeling. Let's just see how well placed this confidence is. First question. It's tourism. At which of these 3 tourist destinations are you most likely to encounter Mount Fuji, or encounter snow? Mount Fuji, the beach, or the tropics? Mount Fuji. Obviously. Snow for several months of the year. You can't ask me a snow question. Definitely bring a heavy jacket if you decide to visit in the winter. Impressive answer. Glad to see my fellow competitor performing so well. Next question. It's about ecology. Both seem like the kind of person who spends most of the time in the city. Maybe this question will be more your pace because we're talking about entertainment industry. Pony Island Records is a well-respected name in what industry? Don't buzz in. After several moments of hesitation, Ravala Inu buzzes in. I think I know this one. I have a friend who recently started working Pony Island Records, and she's a dance choreography. So dancing? Interesting story. Unfortunately, the answer did not get you any closer to winning. No! See? I got one answer right. I got her. She got one answer wrong. I'm 2 points up now. Supposed to make sense. Might work with the dance choreographer. Promotional videos. It's not the main industry they work in. Like your creative thinking. One last question for you. I've already lost. I'm 2 points up. And she's got 0. No matter what happens here, I've lost. And by that lost, I mean I've won. Buzzes in quickly. Called Tokyo Tower. Nagoya. Yeah, no, she was throwing it. She was throwing the competition. You wouldn't guess Tokyo Tower was in not Tokyo unless you're actively throwing the competition. Got alert. Hope you have a great 9th stream of Christmas. Thank you, Duke. I appreciate the lurk. Unfortunately, we are getting close to the end of stream. I just wanted to finish this little game show competition sequence. But we'll be raiding out in the next couple of minutes, probably. I know our audience certainly expected better from you. Despite losing so resoundly, you don't seem to be disturbed in the slightest. What is it that allowed you to keep your cool? Guess I'm just naturally good under pressure. Yet you seem to have buckled under pressure. Don't you think? Should be a little more upset about the situation? Don't think the idols will mind. I've got lots of bigger and better things planned for the Coffee Squad. Looking forward to sharing the news with our fans at a later date. Losing a competition yet still claiming an upward trajectory. Maybe she'd been more focused on the present instead of the future. She might have performed a bit better. Earlier you tried to pass off your loss as bad luck. Maybe idols of the Coffee Squad would like to see you take proper responsibility for your loss today. Guess my wits were no match. She was no match for me. I know that Mount Fuji is where snow is. Change of pace. Let's talk about the winner. Thank you for your hard work today. This show has all been a ruse! You're on Chumps and Chuckles and you've been pranked. Today's winner wins no prize. You weren't trying to win, right? Loser's prize. You were informed. Unfortunately, the loser's prize you were informed of before the show does not exist either. Oh. Oh. I was told there was a prize for winning. She was told there was a prize for losing. Today, both of you get nothing. Oh, that's why she was throwing. Sorry for misleading you about the setup for the show. Like I said, it's all about entertaining the audience. Oh! The loser's prize was the bigger... Okay. So Fujimoto probably told her the same thing he told us, and that if we lose, then we can get onto a bigger network. I like that, actually. That's fun. All about entertaining the audience, right? I have to admit, pretty funny. See you and Mr. Rivala stumble over each other, try and get the questions wrong on purpose. I didn't try to get questions wrong on purpose. I answered one question to show I was competent, and then let her throw herself under the bus. Like I said before, a group your size needs all the attention it can get. This was the best way I could think of to get you publicity. A lot of people ended up tuning in, so I think this is good for the T-Cats in the long run. Nah, you're good. Ah, it's great. Good plan. Good play, Fujimoto. Thanks for being a good sport about it. Appreciate someone willing to roll with the punches. You don't always have to take yourself seriously to win in entertainment. Fujimoto-san, what are you doing here? Mr. Vala. Nice. Fancy meeting you here. Did you set this up? No, not at all. I didn't even know you would be here. You being here is all because of Ninja Davi, right? The fact that it happened to be involved is purely a coincidence. That's right. Funny coincidence. Whether this was intentional or not, do your best to stay out of my way. Mochiron! Storms off in a huff. How do you two know each other? It's a long story. I'm not sure my story to tell. Let's say she and I have previously encountered one another in a professional context. Good job. You handled yourself well out there. Okay. The next story beat is to rank top 5 in the singles charts. Where's the single I released? I mean, I guess it would be further down than 17. So, because we only sold 60 or whatever singles, so all right. I think I'm satisfied with leaving this here. It was interesting, a little stressful on the money front, to be sure. Hideko Pink negotiated way higher salary, and she's not even satisfied. %0 satisfaction with a 13,000 salary. Okay. I'd love to make 13,000 yen per week. That sounds like great income. That's going to be it for me for today, though. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Tomorrow is going to be 10 Lords a-leaping. I feel like that's a relatively guessable one, all things considered. Let's go find someone to raid, though. I haven't raided into Classic Carnage lately. Again, thank you everybody for being here. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know exactly when. Probably afternoon, similar to today. But until then, take care of yourself, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.